You lost your drive. It's just as simple as that. You lost your drive. You lost that burning desire to do the thing that you want to do. Let me tell you a short story. When I was a young kid, maybe about 8 years old, 73, 74, somewhere around that time, I saw Evel Knievel do a jump. When I saw him do that jump, my whole world changed. My whole life changed. I mean, I saw people riding bicycles, but my parents weren't in a position to buy me a bicycle or anything like that. But when I saw him do that jump on that red, white, and blue motorcycle, that was something that I had to do. And I would stop at nothing to get it done. So eventually one day, my parents bought me at a garage sale or a flea market, some shit for $3, bought me a Huffy bike with a ripped seat, but it was red, white, and blue. Had a flat tire and rusty rims. And my father showed me how to ride a bicycle. And the way he showed me how to ride a bicycle, I never had training wheels or anything like that. And remember, I'm going to be the next Evel Knievel. Was bring me out to the sidewalk and take the bike and hold it on both sides and run down the side alongside of me and then push me. And I fell 1,000 times. Maybe I fell 2,000 times. This went on for a long time. Like I couldn't get the hang of riding a bike. I wasn't somebody that just, in fact, right now I haven't rode a bike in 30 years. I'd probably fall again. But I wasn't the type of guy that could just, or kid that just got it fast. I didn't get it fast. I kept falling, and I kept falling, and I kept falling. And I know what you think the end of the story is. One day I rode the bike. It's not. But one day I rode the bike. And to celebrate that, I think my mother either baked cookies or bought cookies or a cupcake or something like that. And with one hand I was riding a bike, and the other hand I had my cookies and cupcake or some shit. And I'm coming down Jules Drive in Staten Island, New York. Look it up. There's such a place. And I'm going to make a right on Comstock Avenue. When I make that right, I hear, and to protect the innocent, we'll call them the Antellis. The three Antelli brothers, the terrors of Comstock, saw me ride my brand new Huffy. And one of the brothers decides to punch me in the eye. I think my cupcake was in my eye, right? And take my bike. I only been riding a bike 30 feet. I just learned how to ride. Came around the corner. And there they were. So I came home. Said to my parents, "Hey, Dad, where's your bike?" I said, "The Antellis took it." "Go get your fucking bike." I went back, I got it. Got my bike. Eventually got it. Next day, I went to go ride my bike again. Go around Comstock Avenue. I hear, and they took my bike again. And I started to walk home. And then I realized the beating that I got from my father was worse than the ones that I got from those three brothers. So I didn't have to go back home to say, get my bike. I lost my bike. The Antellis took my bike. I got it. And for the next 30, I'd have to say 30 times. I wasn't keeping track. I didn't have presence of mind at the time. But every time I made that turn, I heard that song. And my bike got taken. And it turned into a game. And eventually I got my bike back. But I had to fight every single day for that bike. And I know what you think the end of the story is. Eventually I beat up all the brothers. No. That happens later on. Either in the winter of 1977 or 1978. I remember it was the day that Jerry Koosman from the Mets got traded to the Twins for Jesse Orosco. Unknown Jesse Orosco. The Pettit brothers moved in. And I saw the Pettit brothers were 4. And the Antilles were only 3. And I knew those were my guys. I was the 5th Pettit brother. And they lived right across the street from the Antilles. And guess what? They didn't take my bike anymore, right? They didn't take my bike anymore. Yeah, eventually we wound up having other problems and other fights. And by 1980, I used to flick them like a booger. Fuck out of here, you heard? Fuck out of here. Right? Because by that time I started working out and I started doing my boxing and karate and, you know, a basic, you know, nonsense fight wasn't really much at that time. I was 14, 15 years old at the time. And I wasn't the toughest guy in the world, but I knew how to handle those 3 guys, right? So they weren't an issue anymore. Here's the point of my story, was that all you guys watching this channel have had those issues in your life where you really wanted to do something. You wanted to ride a bike. You finally got to ride the bike. And then as soon as you made that turn, somebody took it from you. And you had to fight to keep it. My question is, where is that fire now? Why are you sending me messages telling me I'd like to start my channel, but I don't have enough information? I had a flat tire on my bike. I had rusty rims. My seat, I had a Huffy seat. The shit was ripped. Right? It wasn't, I'll wait until my bike is fixed. I wanted to ride now. If you're watching this video, I need you to start getting serious about your business. First of all, you worked very hard to get it. Don't let somebody else take it. And if you don't have the resources, reach out to a coach. Either an SEO coach like myself, Ruan Marino, Chris Palmer, Darren from Retail SEO. I say them all the time. Reach out to somebody to take you to the next level. If that's not your issue, reach out to somebody else. You need a Pettit in your life. You can't do it by yourself. If you feel you can't, if you feel that life's too hard, you need to reach out to somebody. And as Stevie Wonder said, what did he say? You got to have a talk with God. Right? Right? You need to do those things. How dare you, honestly, how dare you make excuses? You're not ready yet. You have all the talent in the world. We all start off in the same place. And as long as you have eyes that work and ears that work, and you could talk, I'm barely speaking English. But there had to be a time where I got tired of doing the same thing and I had to move to the next level, which was YouTube for me. These videos aren't easy for me, and I'm sure they're not going to be easy for you. Look, I'm going to end right here. If you're interested in making YouTube videos, start today. If you're having problems in your business, find a coach. But the saying, it is what it is, and I have no control, like that has to stop today. It has to stop today. Where's that fire when you were a kid? You didn't say, hey, I'm gonna learn some other time how to ride the bike. I went out there every day. Eventually I learned. And when I finally learned how to ride a bike, all I had to go was 30 feet and somebody's gonna knock me off my bike. And it happened for years. And the same thing for you is happening in your business now. The Antellis are knocking you off your bike. Go find some pedits. Go do something. But you can't keep doing what you're doing. Right? So, I was kind of thinking, 11 years ago today was when my dad passed, right? And, I never really dealt with it. I never really dealt with that. But I'll tell you what, I learned that lesson. That's a lesson I learned, right? I don't know why I needed a beating for everything, but for that beating, I'll say you're right. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I learned that lesson.